which is really cool to have the opportunity to do that. Right now, it's mapping in Charity. So I can tell, since we're the only two people down here and she's mapping in, that she is the only person or figure hanging out in this space. It's funny, the XLS does some really funny stuff. If it maps in a figure and you move it around, it'll stretch the figure out and like put it in weird positions.
Oh, now stop that.
But yeah, it's kinda
Scott, you made that UFO very sensitive.
Yes, you did. What the heck, sir?
So here's a little close up of what the XLS looks like. You can see kind of that's the doorway where I was just standing, and then there's a chair kind of sitting there, and that's where there's a doll with a cat ball sitting there.
And I can rotate this image around, look at different angles if I want to. This is a really cool piece of equipment.
Yep.
And we've had a lot of fun using it, and the problem for me when I use equipment like this is that I get so caught up in the equipment that I don't pay attention to to me as the equipment.
And we tell people, you know, the best equipment sometimes is just yourself.
Just you. Yeah.
You know, you don't have to have all this equipment to go on a paranormal adventure. You can pretty much just go by yourself. Take your phone. Yep. You got a recorder on your phone. Yep. You have numerous apps. Now we're going to go down if we don't want to go down the rabbit hole of phone apps, because a lot of people don't like them, which is fine. Totally get it. We have had some really interesting communication with them.
We've had intelligent responses.
Yeah, we really have. And yeah, if you ask me, most Spirit Chats, Ovilus, any of those type of devices, you kind of have to take a lot of what's being said, you know, with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be exactly accurate. It's going to spit out very random things like, bacon. Or right in the middle of an investigation, noodles. You're like, what? Why are we talking about noodles?
Noodles?
Yeah, it gets a little interesting. So
what's interesting too is that in this particular room in the basement, which we haven't. Oh, whoa, that was insane. That was an anomaly that came from the ceiling and went down. What's interesting in this room, particularly in the basement, is that there's this prickly, tingly feeling that keeps happening all over your skin.
Yeah, you feel like bugs are kind of like constantly biting you.
Yes, it's odd. So we're gonna actually step into another space in a little bit here, and the reason we're not gonna take you guys with us is because I am personally trying to figure out a message that I got. Mm-hmm. And so we will see what happens with that. Now, we will probably film it just to see what we get, and then out of respect for the owner of the home, if I find out something, I'm going to communicate with them first, and then figure out whether they're comfortable with me having that information out there. Because we got some pretty interesting kind of revelations that happened yesterday. And so I'm curious if what I feel when I'm in that space is accurate. So this room is fairly quiet, which is kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Because it feels weird.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
But it's very
We're probably getting eaten alive by spiders and mites, but, that's probably the feeling. It's probably nothing paranormal. It's like 127% humidity down here. And when you get damp and feels like things are biting you. So yeah, it's a great time. Sign up now for Class 101 if you would like to learn how to be a paranormal investigator.
And in disgusting hot Kansas.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's been a scorcher the last couple days that we've been here. So
it really has. Well, guys, we just wanted to pop on and say hi.
Yep.
We'll throw up another video. We're gonna get ready to go into the other room because apparently nobody wants to speak to us.
Yeah,
here.
it's very quiet down here.
So we're gonna go into the other room and see if I can get accurate information from what I feel, and there will be more associated with that. Also, that loud sounds you hear are
Yeah, that's people walking upstairs.
Yeah,
It's an old house.
yeah.
You hear everything.
Nothing insanely paranormal with
Yeah.
that.
So, all right, we will catch you on the flip flop.